Oh, sweet surrender.
Oh, tell you too much.
Maybe she
Well,
thought you were pretender.
she she tolerated me.
She didn't know you would be her love defender.
I love you, I wanna love you tender. You could be my only sweet surrender. I would never bring you any kind of sorrow. You love me, you wanna love me tender. How can I be sure you're not pretender? You want me today, but what about tomorrow?
What if I represent? Yo.
I was gonna write you an email, but I'm a little drunk, and spelling is a sober person's game. So I feel I owe you a splanation. I'm sorry. A splanation.
I'm gonna have to get a microphone. So,
It'll help.
yeah,
It's
I
fun.
think so.
I've got to arrange my desk because I want the microphone like a little more close, like right here, so I can attach my magnetic Spider-Man to it. I'm not joking. Like
Oh,
that
I'm
was the whole idea. Anyway,
a nerd, a magnetic Spider-Man.
but
Jeez.
I didn't buy it myself, but he's awesome. Like he floats around my apartment all the time. I didn't buy it, my mom bought it for me. She bought me and all my siblings one because she had one, and we
Instead
all
of,
loved it and played with it at her house.
instead of Elf on the Shelf, I don't know what you rhyme with spider.
No, this was while we were all adults. And
Wow.
I'm not even sure where she got hers, but we were all adults when she got her magnetic Spider-Man and then purchased one for all of us. I might be the only one who still has it, but
That does mean you're cooler than your siblings.
it is true, yes.
Welcome back, Hellions, believers, agents. It is I, X7, your master of not sports. With me, as always, is the lovely, lilting Lilith Draco, who probably knows more about sports ball than I do. And I know.
Hi, welcome back. Please like, share, subscribe. Leave us a comment. Tell us if you like football, American football, not soccer. And tell us who your favorite team is and
What
how
the
you
love-
feel about their season so far this year.
What the rest of the world calls football,
Yes.
and not Australian rules football or Canadian football. How's it going, eh? But yes, American, United Statesian football.
Yes. So your beer is making you awesome. What are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking another Alaskan smoked porter,
Nice.
which I'm still drawing by 6.5%. Reading is a sober person's game. And it's just lovely. I love the smoky flavor, and I'm going to get more because I don't know.
Excellent.
It might be another year before I get them again.
Do they only come out at certain times?
Well, it seemed like this because both of the same two Alaskan porters, the 9%er that I don't care that much for, I have one left. It seemed like I must have forgotten that I had home. Don't know why. But yes, it seems like they just come out. They actually put a bunch in the pick a six sort of thing, which was actually cheaper
Okay.
because I picked like 6 sixes to get all the rest of the smoke porters, and I took a couple of the Baltic porters just to have them, but I don't think I'll do that again. Maybe they'll give them to me if they're desperate to get rid
Yeah.
of them. What are you
They're
drinking?
desperate to get rid of them. Is that what you said?
Yes, that was under my breath. You know me and porters. They're kind of a sweet. Oh,
Yes.
Can't do it. Not doing it. It's a smoky surrender. I can do that. I'll go with that.
Sweet surrender.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You don't have that picture I sent of you and with her and Danielle together, right?
Oh, no. No.
I don't either.
Yeah, you do. All right, so
If I'd have had to choose one, I know which one I'd have chose, and it was not.
yeah, I know which one you would have chosen too.
It was not Catwoman.
Nope. The sweet surrender, the one that punched you, and that was it. You were in love. I mean,
Son of a bitch. Told you.
I
way
still
too
am
much.
friends with her on Facebook,
I know you
and every
are.
now
You
and then
tell-
she
you
posts a
tell-
picture.
You tell me
You.
every time.
You. No, not every time. I have not forwarded the picture onto you. I've only done it a few times. I have not done it every time. So, remember that next time you want to be evil to me. That I'm not sending you all of her pictures.
Evil
She
to
still
you.
got the same smile that she did back then.
Oh, yes. I know the smile. All 4 times I've seen it.
Yep.
No, a little more than 4 times. Maybe 10 times.
Oh, sweet surrender.
Oh, tell you too much.
Maybe she
Well-
thought you were pretender.
She tolerated me.
She didn't know you would be her love defender.
No, I don't think tender. Her doing anything was in tender was in her nature.
I don't know. I didn't know her well enough. You knew her better than I did. I just always had to giggle every time I saw you and her talking because I knew what was running through your mind.
Yeah, that's why I hid from you with Natasha too.
Because I knew then too. All right, so next is our tarot cards. I don't remember who went last time, so
I don't. Where did I? All I have is my little bitty tattoo tarot deck I got in the 1800s. I did find it. I choose
Okay,
these
good.
because they're easier to read. With my cats rule the earth. Sorry, dogs.
quick question.
Shoot.
So since we're going back and forth, and since my horror matches either one of your decks closer than my Norse one does,
Uh-huh.
the cards that you've been reading off, should I turn those over in mine too, so I don't go over the same cards?
Well, it'll. I think unless we pull the same one on the same day, which has some statistical possibility, small as it is, I think we should not, because if
Okay.
you do get, say, it'll be different the day you read it than it would be with
Right.
the day I read it, unless it's.
Okay,
Well, you know.
sounds good. Just
Yeah.
curious.
All right, so cut the deck here. Do a little quick shuffle.
Nice. I have not shuffled mine.
And I'll take the top. I'll just take the top one. Then.
Take the top, take the top.
Oh yeah, that was one of the last ones. Dang it. If I pull up the 7 of Wands again, we'll know that I did it wrong.
Yeah.
So today is, oh, and I pulled it upside down.
Oh,
The 4 of Wands. So there's 2 Wands
nice.
recently. Let me look here.
4 of Wands.
7 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Okay, which is upside down, so reversed.
Yes.
Which I should read the reversed first. Then I said, well, let's go with the actually what the
Okay.
right side up means. So 4 of is a joyous card that reflects a sense of completion. Perhaps you have finished a work project, a piece of art, or a home renovation. There is harmony and happiness, and possibly a new romance or home. Rifts may be healed and past errors left behind as you move into a happier place. I'm going to flip this over. The reversed meaning is, boy, that's a lot smaller. More effort is necessary if the desired outcome is to be a son of a bitch, is to be achieved. there may be conflict at home and instability at work or in a relationship. No conflict at home. Work's been no work. But,
Yeah, well, work is always work.
Yeah, well, the Otter did something really dumb.
What was that?
My day job did something really dumb.
Oh,
But on the other hand, we're supposed to get a large spillover of
That's
employee,
awesome.
employee sharing. So maybe I just pulled it up instead of doing it this. I don't know what I did. But 4 of Wands with the 2 cats looking at each other. Neither
Great.
of them they both have yellow eyes.
nice.
No green-eyed cats. That would be Emerald. Oh, they are kind of mixed up. Ooh, I didn't realize I did that. Do you notice this? That these are cat skulls?
I didn't. That is
I
cool.
didn't either. I just learned that.
That is cool.
Is the mixed one. All right, there we go. So 4 of Wands.
Nice. All right,
So-
before we move on, let me talk about my beers.
Oh,
It's a Firestone Mind Haze Cosmic Crusher Juicy Imperial IPA 9.5.
it's a juicy. How is that?
It's got a
That is a
weird
very orange.
fruity flavor and it's not bitter. I won't get it again. But, you know,
Yeah, it's like, I think the juicies are another word for hazy. It seems
Firestone Walker.
Yeah, they're out of 805, like middle central California, I think.
It's okay. It's got a weird. I won't get it again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I got 2, so I'm gonna have to suck it up and
Chugga, chugga,
drink
chugga.
another. But after that, nope, 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 nope.
Denied.
All right. So,
So-
what is our topic for
Something
today?
that's rare for us, well, for me, although we talk about it occasionally, but rare that I'm interested enough to talk about it. But I think it'd be fun because it is the season of sports ball, where people go crazy about their teams. A little more mental than the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. And that's where you see the guy on the snow ski wipe out halfway down the hill. ABC.
I love football. I'm excited for this topic.
Are you excited for your team's chances?
Oh no, I never am. But my team sucks. Has since the beginning. And we're gonna go over that. We're
True.
gonna see just how much they suck.
I have kept up more because I found this YouTuber on YouTube named Tom Grossi. And I found him after the Chiefs lost the Super Bowl to the Philadelphia Eagles. No,
Okay.
you big losers.
Yep.
And he does these funny, and it's just him, but he does like every NFL fan's reaction to the previous week. And if their team, like the Jets, who are winless, even with the Broncos, trying to give them the game,
Right.
this poor hapless Jets fan, and his Commanders fan is his pothead who has a stash. So he's got all these characters, and he's really funny. He's a Packers fan, sorry,
Okay. Yeah.
but he
Don't
is
think
not
I'll like
blind.
him.
He is not blind to his Packers team
Good.
being not as good as they have been in the past. But so he's fair about when they do something dumb and when they do something good. So, and he does host his own live football, and he's like, I think he's 80,000 maybe away from 1 million viewers. So he's been doing it for 10 or so years, but
Yeah.
so I've watched that, so I've learned a little more. I've been a little more into it because he's really funny. So shout out to you, Tom, if you see this. Thank you for entertaining me.
Continue. All right. So clearly you mentioned the Broncos. And you're in Fossil Bed, Colorado. So you must be a Broncos fan.
It's kind of a law if you're from. I was not until I didn't even watch football until, say, the Broncos went to the. I didn't even know they were going to the Super Bowl that first time in 78, 77 season, 78 Super Bowl, where they lost to the Cowpies bigly. But so we watched it. Well, the kids didn't watch it. The grown-ups did and got probably pretty drunk because.
Oh, I'm sure.
But the kids, we played with our Legos and probably the Atari. That's how old we are. So I was not. Yes, I ostensibly am a Broncos fan. I don't mind if they win, but I understand when they lose. Somehow they squeaked out a victory Sunday, barely over in England.
Nice.
Yeah. So yes, Broncos fan ish. My sainted mother should be their
Very
coach,
much.
because if they listened to her, they
Right.
would win all the time.
Well, real fans, we coach, and they listen to us through the TV, and we know that they do, so we continue to coach. But that's what the big football fans do.
Oh yeah. So
I do.
She got
So
up early on Sunday to make sure, because the game from England started at 7:30 in the morning.
yeah,
And she
I don't like that, but
missed church
I do like that.
because nobody was there to watch. They were all at home watching the Broncos. Guarantee it.
All right, so
We've had a
maybe the
rebuilding.
people know I am a big Vikings fan. Go Vikings.
Those are some horns.
And it's very, very hard to be a Vikings fan.
Challenging.
Very hard. It doesn't ever get better. Doesn't get easier.
You really should watch Tom, because you'd think that he was funny. You'd even know
I'm
more
sure
than
he has it accurate.
Yeah. He's very, very funny. But
So I do have a little information about each team.
excellent.
Do we want to start with my team or yours?
You're the NFL, the NFC, NFL original NFL was the original team. So since your team predates mine by probably 4 decades at least, we will go with age before beauty.
Okay. So, all right. So currently, my team is third out of 4 in the NFC North.
Third.
Third.
That's what
Yeah.
the Chiefs are.
Yes. Yes. So we are in the NFC North with the Packers, the Bears, and the Lions. It's rough. It's rough.
Especially now that the Lions are good.
I know we lost to the Lions. Yeah. That's always
Well,
really
You
hard.
had to like the Chiefs beating the Lions then. Even if I didn't.
Yes. But whatever. Anyway, so the Vikings, they were granted NFL franchise at the league owners meetings in Miami on January 28th, 1960. And they began to play in 1961.
Really?
Yes.
I thought they were like, because the Packers and Bears are ancient leagues.
Yeah, nope. They are, out of all of that, they're newer than them.
So you're about the same age as the Broncos, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I did not realize that.
Which I didn't want to say. I wanted to wait till I got to my notes, but yes.
Very good.
We are not decades before the
No.
Broncos.
I was just basing that on them being in the NFC, so
Right.
that's on me.
Right. They were named the Vikings because it represented an aggressive person with the will to win, and because of the Nordic tradition in the northern Midwest.
Oh, you betcha.
The first head coach, his name was Norm Van Brocklin.
Thank you for not timing that.
He
you
was
sure
a
it's
Hall
not-
of Fame quarterback.
Are you sure it's not Van Bricklin?
Brocklin, yeah. Brocklin.
And I hope he's
Oh,
not
I laughed when I wrote it down. There's a reason that I just gave that information, because who cares, really? So he became the first head coach. He was, and it was after he retired as a quarterback.
Right.
The first game in franchise history was against the Dallas Cowboys in a preseason game on August 5th of 1961. We're not going to talk about the results of that game. We're just going to move on.
You weren't even born. You were. Alas.
I wasn't born yet, but it just gives me one more reason to hate.
The cow pies.
Because, of course, their very first game.
It was a preseason. Nobody. It didn't count. That's if you're gonna
But it's
lose to
still
them.
their
Lose
very
to them, but
first-
it doesn't count.
It doesn't count, but it's still their very first game in this football league. I would rather have them lost to anybody else, even the Bears,
The Bears.
than the Cowpies. Anyway, the score was 38-13, so it wasn't even close game.
Well, they were brand new. I mean, come on.
Still, the first regular season game, the Vikings were defeated by the Chicago Bears,
The Bears.
37-13,
I'm sensing a pattern here.
on September 17th, 1961.
New teams are always. It's always rough for new teams. It doesn't matter.
It is. Still. The Super Bowl for January 11th, 1970. The Vikings lost to Kansas City 23-7.
At least they scored a touchdown.
The second Super Bowl that the Vikings went to, it was Super Bowl 8, January 13th, 1974. The Vikings lost to the Miami Dolphins 24-7.
I don't want you bad mouthing 7. All right.
They went to Super Bowl 9. So they went 8 and then they went 9.
Right.
The Vikings lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers 16-6.
Well, they held them a little more, and it wasn't a 7.
And then Super Bowl 11. The Vikings lost to the Oakland Raiders
Boo.
32-14.
Oof.
And they've never been back. They've been 4 times, lost 4 times, and have never been back.
Well, there are teams that have never been, say, the Browns, the Lions, and probably some other teams that I can't think of. So it's still better to go. And having, as a team that's been many times and has lost 5 Super Bowls.
But you have won.
3.
So
Yeah, but it took us a long time to do that. We lost to the Washington team and 49ers and the Cowpies and the Seahawks. It was nice that they got us nice seats for that Super Bowl. That was awful.
yes.
I do like seeing the Seahawks lose now. Sorry. I even cheered for the Patriots. And when
Ooh, no.
yeah,
I
that's
will
how
never
much
cheer for the Patriots. I don't
That's how-
care. Unless it's the Cowpies.
That's how much I hated. I wanted the Seahawks to lose, and they conveniently. I am of the belief the Super Bowls tend to be rigged, but I know that only happens when people. I've predicted several Super Bowls properly, but
I am too. I don't think initially they were, but I think the last 20 years maybe, yes.
yeah, but yeah. So, but still, they've been. And is it worse that they went 4? They didn't go 4 times in a row like some team like the Bills did and lost 4 times in a row.
True.
That would be
True.
crushing.
True.
I don't think they've been back either since then, but that was more recent.
So it could be worse. However, It's still not easy. It still sucks.
That
All
was-
right, so let's get into the Denver Broncos.
Well, I'll tell you, last season when I was hoping, and I don't know, I think I told you this, that the Super Bowl would be the Vikings and the Bills because someone had, although they might figure out a way not to do it, they could tie, I suppose, but someone would have to win and breaking that curse. So
Right.
I was hoping for that, but it did not happen. And the Chiefs
And-
lost. I was perfectly happy with.
Right. And it's not going to happen this season because the Vikings just suck already. So it's fine.
Well,
I will be shocked if they go to the
who's their
round
quarterback
after.
right now?
huh?
Who's their quarterback right now?
I don't know. I just follow the scores on my phone because I don't get any TV that plays the games. And if they play any NFL, it's definitely not the Vikings. It's
Well,
like
yeah,
the
your
Cowboys,
team-
it's the Patriots, it's
might
the
beat the Broncos.
Broncos, even
Yeah,
the
they're not
Raiders now that they're in Las Vegas.
Well, the Broncos have been in a rebuilding pattern since the last Super Bowl victory in Super Bowl 50.
Viddy. All right, so the Denver Broncos are in second place in the AFC West. Good job. Who are they
Amazing.
behind?
The Chargers. Technically, they're both 3-2. 3-2,
Okay.
and they could be placed ahead. I don't know why they're behind because Broncos.
Did they play?
They have not. Neither of them have played. They haven't played yet.
Okay.
I hate the Chargers too. I mean, I
Well,
hate everyone else in the AFC
yeah.
unless they're.
Of course.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, yeah, I just want all of them to lose.
Yeah.
And the Cowpies.
Right.
Somehow I've been infected with that.
You're welcome.
It was you, and I like seeing the Patriots lose. Any team that Tom Brady was on, I want to see them lose. And,
I was the infection host.
and and when Cam Newton was with the
Uh-huh.
Panthers, the Broncos beat them in the Super Bowl. I like seeing him lose.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, the Chargers, yeah, all of the AFC West, they should all lose to the Broncos.
Right.
That's just how it is.
Right.
I don't care. Mostly, I don't care if the Broncos lose to anybody else. But
Well, they
although
just
I'm
need to bring
happy-
John Elway back out of retirement and old age.
John's kind of a jerk. I know he was our jerk.
He was your jerk and he won you football games.
He
So,
won us 2 Super Bowls.
uh-huh.
But Peyton was generally more of a people person than John was. And Bonix seems to, because that's when they put his name on the up, it looks like it looks like Bonix. But I know it's Bo, but it looks like
Okay.
Bonix.
Nice. All right. So the Denver Broncos, they began in the American Football League in 1960
The old
before
AFL.
it merged with the NFL. What was that?
The old AFL.
Yes, before it merged with the NFL. In 1968, the city of Denver bought the Broncos Stadium and renamed it
Mile High.
Denver Mile High Stadium, and they currently play there.
Yeah. But although it's a new stadium, they rebuilt it and the fans paid for it because they're morons.
Well,
Nobody
but
pays
it's
for-
still
nobody-
Mile High Stadium, right? They
Nobody
didn't
paid for-
change it?
Well, it was. They tried to, and nobody called it that. I think it was Preparation H Stadium for a while, or something dumb. And
Who
then-
would ever call their football stadium Preparation H?
That's a
I'm going to
joke.
go watch the game in Preparation H Stadium.
That's a joke from Matt and Trey. I stole that. That would be the South Park guys.
Right.
It was something, and now it is technically Invesco Field at Mile High Stadium.
At Mile
because
High Stadium. Well, at least
nobody-
they kept that bit in there.
Nobody will call it anything but Mile High because it's a Mile High. It's just, I know that,
Right.
and that's the smart way around it because at least Invesco they'll say it on television.
Yes.
But it's not
So-
like when the Chargers when they were in San Diego, although they
Yes.
started in LA and then went to San Diego, now they're back in LA. Jack Murphy Stadium, the Murph. And when Qualcomm sponsored them, they could make the improvements for that 1997 Super Bowl, the Broncos against the Packers, that the Broncos won their first Super Bowl. I
Nice.
scored almost as many times. But, and that's no lie, they renamed it the Qualcomm Stadium, and now it was the Q.
Okay,
And
yeah.
Well, I don't know what it's called now because the Chargers left.
I don't know.
It's called, a new shopping mall or something.
For me, it'll always be Qualcomm, even though it was named something different. When I lived there, it was Qualcomm, so that's just what it's always going to be. So, like here in Salt Lake City, 1800s, where the Jazz play, it's always been the Delta Center. It's changed names over the years. Everyone still called it the Delta Center, and it's finally back to the Delta Center.
They might as well see, but they could say, like,
They could, but they didn't.
Yeah, but that's what they should do.
They
Can
should.
you imagine if? And I know it's the Bears. They renamed Soldier Field. Do you know what would happen? Or whatever Lambeau Field.
Oh, there would be riots galore.
And people would stop. Period. They would not until they named it back.
Right.
No longer will we go to the edifice of shame known as Preparation H Field.
Right.
So, I do not like. I think that they should not be named after because they do change names.
They do.
It was sports. It was some sporting goods. Big Five. The Broncos. The Mile High was named that for a while. Something from them, and I don't think it was Dick's Sporting Goods. I might have called it that.
Come watch the Broncos at Dick's.
Yeah, exactly. But I do not like changing classic.
I don't either.
That's just spitting in history. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, none of. I don't think any of the NFC teams. They're too established. I think maybe the Washington team, if they build a new stadium, maybe. I mean, like in a new place, not at the same place, because Mile High was built over Mile High.
Right.
And I don't care like ballparks like Petco Park in San
Petco
Diego,
Park.
because that wasn't. They played at the Murph then, or the Qualcomm, and then they got it. So I don't care. Call whatever you want. But if you've got a name, figure out a way to keep the name.
Keep it. Yeah.
These are
Even if the
creative people.
investors change, at least keep that original, that name that everyone knows. And if you have to add the investor on, okay, fine, but keep that name still.
Yeah, it's not difficult.
Yeah.
Because that way, they can get it out there in front. And I don't think it has anything to make your brand. I mean, the fans would actually appreciate you more if you say, well, we're going to keep calling it Mile High, but you'll just say it's our field at Mile High.
Yeah.
That has worked. I don't know what Invesco does, but I don't mind them.
Yeah.
So they don't engender bad feelings.
Good. All right, so the Broncos became one of 5 teams to win back-to-back Super Bowls after beating the Green Bay Packers in 1998 and the Atlanta Falcons in 1999.
One in San Diego and one in New Orleans.
Nice.
Yes. I didn't score as much on the second Super Bowl. Be that as it may, my girlfriend could not understand why couldn't believe the Broncos were going to win that first Super Bowl. Since it was a good Super Bowl too. I mean, aside from the fact that the Broncos won, it was a close game and it was exciting and dramatic and.
Those are the best games. When it's like a blowout or nobody is scoring anything, those are awful, and those seem to be more often than not.
Unless the Chiefs are losing that bad.
Right.
But I rewatched that game, and my sainted mother had walked in and sat down to watch it, and she got all wound up again. I'm like, how this is going to end.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I know, but it just.
They lose.
It was. Yeah.
That's
and John
funny.
Elway did that tilt-a-whirl when he launched himself to get that first down. Whew. Yeah, we liked him then. We didn't know that he was problematic.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't know how, personally,
Right.
never did anything to me. But anyway, yes, 2 Super Bowls in a row. Woohoo!
Yes.
And then he retired, and we didn't go back until Peyton.
In 2015, the Broncos became one of 4 teams to have made 8 Super Bowl appearances when they advanced to the Super Bowl 50, defeating the Carolina Panthers 24-10, winning their 3rd Super Bowl.
I think they beat the Patriots to get in there, which I watched with Brick.
Nice.
And that was the first time he'd ever said, I think I'm going to cheer for the Broncos this year. Because being from Texas, he cheered, what team he cheered for?
Cow pies.
The Bears.
Oh. Some boy ain't right. How?
Well, he did cheer for the Cow Pies, but because of the movie Brian's Song about Gale Sayers and Brian.
Yes, I know. I had an ex-husband who loved the Bears. I know all that stuff.
So that's what he loved that movie because he's, kind of, him. So that's why he liked the Bears. So he liked the Bears and he liked the Cow Pies, and I think he tolerated the Houston Oilers before they left to become the Titans, which oddly enough he did not care for,
Huh, interesting.
considering the name.
So he's kind of a fair weather. It's just kind of whatever for him.
Well, he lived up in Colorado for a long time.
But if you like the Oilers, if you like a team and they move, and then you're like, well, I'm not going to like them now, that's not a real fan.
They left Texas.
But what I'm saying is you're not a real fan if they move and you don't like it, regardless of the team. If the Vikings left Minnesota, I'm still going to be a Vikings fan because I like the team, not the location.
What if they just left the city without telling them in the middle of the night like the Baltimore Colts did? They hate the Colts in Baltimore now.
I get
30
that.
years later, they hate them. And so there
It depends. I guess. Let me narrow it down. If it's a bullshit reason like that, okay, fine. But if they just up and leave because the city they're in is not going to pay whatever they need, but this city is, and they move. Okay.
Like the Chargers left because nobody in San Diego would go see the losers. They had other things to do.
But my point is, if my Vikings said, hey, we're going to move to this city because they're going to build us this, they're going to do this, and Minnesota no longer wants to support us, I am still going to be a Vikings fan.
Well, I also think that if you leave the city, you should have to leave the name. Because it's the Minnesota Vikings, the Denver Broncos. If Denver went to play in, Arizona, well, I was trying to think, Idaho. Idaho already has a Broncos team. They're just a college team. But I don't think, it's so identified with that.
It is.
The Raiders are kind of a special case because they keep moving anyway. So,
yeah, but look how many teams have actually moved. It's just a thing. You can't just always stay in one place. Not everybody can always stay in one place.
That's true, but that's just me. I probably have a minority opinion, but I think because when the Oilers, which is a problematic name as it is, because what is an Oiler? The Titans is a cooler name than the Oilers.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So, and when they started the next team, the Texans, they chose that, which I'm like, none of them are all of them from Texas. Their Texans are really snotty about who is a Texan. I'll tell you what.
I tell you what.
The Texans versus the Cowboys, an all-Texas Super Bowl.
Thy will be done.
Although, I guess if we root for the Texans, it doesn't mean we'd have to stop rooting for the Cowboys.
Well, they are in different conferences, so it'd only be a problem if they played in the Super Bowl. An all-Texas Super Bowl. His will be done.
Probably never going to happen because they kind of both suck. The Cowboys have sucked for a long time.
Yes.
Not that pretty boy, Tony Romo. Talking Roger Staubach.
Tell you what. There was a time in a past life when I was living in North Carolina, married, and we lived in a duplex, and there was a couple that lived next door, and they became really, really good friends. We would spend all the time together, and when my ex was on deployment, he would come over and check on me, make sure there was anything, anything that he needed me to do, anything like that. Always checked on me. Now that sounds nice. A whole different story. It really wasn't. It was a little creepy. But again, a different story.
Yeah.
But we were all friends and we all hung out all the time. And I was a Minnesota Vikings fan. My ex was a Bears fan. And she next door was a Packers fan. And him next door was a Lions fan.
Oh, you had all
Sundays,
these.
Sundays, it was fantastic. Sundays were great. We were all just, just down, just hanging out and making jokes, and it was a good time.
Oops.
But yeah,
I'll quit playing with the lights. Sorry, that was not on you. I was trying to make myself look better, and I was paying attention. You had a great time. I can prove it. You had a great time. There were 4
Yes.
of you from all the conference.
yep,
And as if you're not uber serious, super serious,
right.
then it would be fun because
It was a lot of fun.
I have cousins that are Chiefs fans. I had lots of friends that were like the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
I had to be quiet when the Chargers lost the Super Bowl because I was having way too much fun. But I
Yes.
was going to rub it in their face. When the Raiders beat the Washington team in 1984 in that Super Bowl, when I was in school in the western part of West Virginia, I had to be
By
really
God,
quiet.
West by God, Virginia.
A lot of them were bigger than me. But I still remember, it was the only time I've ever cheered for the Raiders.
Nice.
38-9. Still remember it. I'd have bet, if I'd have known that was going to happen, I'd have bet my brains out. Every cent I owned.
Nice.
So, all right, Hellions, agents, I am X7, your not very knowledgeable sports person, along with my wonderful co-host who is knowledgeable and does her homework.
Lilith Draco.
We'll be seeing you.
Bye. Live long and prosper.
I got beer.
I got bottled breast milk.
Why don't we start with the beer?
Okay.
So you like the beer?
I do. Although it's actually a lager.
Huh. What's the difference between beer and lager?
I don't know. We could look it up.